All right, good morning, guys. So let's begin with our today class. We're gonna continue with our JavaScript exercise and function, right? So we have completed up to this point yesterday. We're gonna look at the next one, ints in ly, right? Ints in ly. So uh, first we, you know, write our question. I'll just make a file ints in ly.js and copy this. You guys can write also, right? If you want, you can write, read, you don't have to copy, right? So the question is saying write a function const that is ints in ly, right? That is the function name, and the function accept string, okay, as an argument. So when I say accept string, always look at the function call. This is the place where you call the function, here, here, right? So the function accepting this string, that is called argument, right? Argument, okay? This is called argument, okay? As an argument. So function should return a boolean indicating whether or not the string ends in the substring ly. Means this string ends, means the last two character is ly or not, okay? Right? If that is ly, then you return true. Yes, that is. If no ly, then make it false, right? So our answer is boolean. Our result is what? Boolean value. So I'm gonna accept the string as a variable here, parameter. We call this parameter, okay? The value is called argument and the variable is called parameter. When you have argument, you must provide parameter. So I will say let's call it last, right? Last character will be what? Or maybe second last, okay? Because I need to grab the second last and the last, right? So let's call it second last character by string dot length minus 1 will give me last character, but I want second last, so I will do minus 2, right? And that is the second last, and let last character equal to str string dot length minus 1. So you know how to get the last character, right? See, string square bracket index, this will give me the index, okay? So this is how you get the second last, and this is how you get the last. Now I can return. No, I have to check if, right, second last plus last, that is ly, right, is equal to what? Ly. See? See? So I'm just checking if they are equal or not. If equal, that means true, right? So when if is true, you just return true, right? Else what you're gonna do? Return false. Okay. So I'm just adding second last and last character, that will be ly. Every time you have this ly equal to ly, that will get you true, and that's why you're returning true. Else you return false. So if you run this code, what gonna happen? So you have 3 true here, right? And the 3 false on the top, okay? So think like a programmer and try to solve, right? This is how you solve very like basic problems, and that's how you start thinking like a programmer, right? So now funny sound, okay? What happened? Funny sound. In funny sound, so first I'm going to read question. Write a function called funny sound. Guys, just give me seconds. And yeah, so the question is saying, right, the function accepts two string this time as an argument. See, so every time you have function call, you are sending two strings, right? The function should return a new string containing first three characters of both string put together. So it's saying, okay, just take the first three character of the both string, right, and put together and return that. So how are we gonna get that done, right? So we have to find maybe some kind of maybe built-in functions also. So let's look at that. Const funny sound, that is my function name, and I'm gonna get two strings, so I will call it string one and str2, right? And so let's first three character, right, will be str1 dot I mean, you can do this, right? You can do like str1, you know, first character, you know that one, right? str1 first character. Okay, so you can say, okay, I'm gonna just do zero index, that will be first character, plus str1 square bracket one index, right, that is second character, plus str, right, str1 square bracket 2, right? So that will give me the three character like TIG, right? Okay, now again I'm going to work on this part. So let's second, right, variable, I have to store in the variable. Okay, and same thing, just copy that. You just have to change the variable or parameter name. So this time will be from string 2, right? So this is one way. You got first and second. So you have TIG and SPO, right? Stored in here. First, you will get TIG, and here you will get SPO. SPO, right? For this one, next time when you go here, you will get COM and PHO, right? So that's how it works. Now what you will do, let me remove this. You just have to put together, concatenate, right? Concatenate together means put together and return that. So I'll just return first plus second. And whatever in the first, add with second, right? And return that. And if I run this code, see that it worked, right? Okay, it worked. So you write a function one time and you can use it many times, right? For different things, not different things, but same work you you can repeat many times. Okay, like keep sending different strings and it will give you the result, right? All right, so next, what is the next? Yeah, so now string size.js. So let's find that out. So here, uh, string size.js, right? So in this one, the question is saying write function string size that accepts three string as an argument. Okay, three string, right? So no, it's saying the accept all string, not three. Sorry guys, all string as an argument. Okay, like cat, like bell, ready, short, shallow, right? Intelligence. So that's the string as an argument. What should we do now? The function should return means function will give me the answer, right? The answer will be string. Okay, like small if the argument means if this string is shorter than 5 character, then I'm going to return 5 small. If it is exactly 5, then I will return medium, and larger if it is longer than 5, right? So I have to compare with 5. Okay, so let's do that. Const string size equal to function, and the function gonna get string, right? And here I have to check if this string dot length, because how I know, right, how big is that? By getting the length. Okay, string length is let's call it less than, right, 5. Then I know I'm going to return what? Small. Return small, like that. Okay. Now I have to check again. If again testing, then else if, that's what you have learned, right? Else if, again test. If this string dot length is exactly equal to 5 character, then I will return what? Medium, right? Else, I know if not that two, right, either small or medium, then it will be large. So just return large. I don't have to test. I know that if something is smaller than 5 or maybe exactly 5, if not both, then 100% it is larger than 5, right? So I just return large. See, so that is all I have to do, and run this code, and you can see small, small, medium, medium, and large, large, right? All right, all right. The string size, we have done that. Wacky word, what is saying, right? Wacky word. So copy this, and now, right, write a function wacky word. So const wacky word equal to function. The function is accept two string as an argument, two strings. I will call it str1, str2, right? And the function should return now a new string. Concatenating means adding the first 3 character of the first string and concatenated with the last 2 character of the second string. Okay, so I have to get ver and the ly. See, so I know how to get ly before, right? And I know how to get ver from the just I think second 2 exercise before, right? Then this. So let first equal to str1, right? So 3 characters. So let's start with 0. Very simple. Okay, str1 square bracket 1 plus str2 square bracket 2, right? Okay, so I get the 3 first character of my first string. Now second string, what should I do? I'm gonna get the last. So let second, this is just a variable. Okay, variable is a place where you can store data, right? And you can use it later. Okay, so I'm storing data right now. So str2 square bracket, I don't know how big is this string, right? So how I'm gonna get last and second last? Simple, str2 length minus 2 will give me the second last, plus again I will add that to, right? Because I need ly, so I just add it here. Str2 dot length minus 1. In this way I'm gonna get l, the first will be l plus this will give me y, y, right? Ly or ck or or, right? Or ep, like that. And I have this 2. I'm just going to return by adding together, right? First plus second. So spelling mistake, f I r first, and we should have the answer. Okay, so there is error. What is the error now, right? It's saying string 2 is not defined. String 2, right? Where is str2? Str2. See, str, right? Str, right? str2. So somewhere I know that I have a spelling mistake, srt2, right? Srt2. So you can even check the line number. Where is the line number here? So this, oh, here. Can I do that, right? str1. Okay, now run this. and you get the answer. Okay, so we have done this B part, right? I mean, yeah, so let's look at this C, right? C. Okay, there is no video on C. Okay, let's work on few, right? Maybe I can finish it. Let's finish this C also today itself, right? Let's do that. So you guys can practice, you know, C underscore function. So true, okay, it's saying, right, functions divisible receives two number as the argument, okay. The function should return boolean. I have to return true. When I say boolean, that is true and false. My answer will be true and false. And you see here, right, true, false, like that. But what should I do now? I have to divide, okay, like a boolean indicating whether or not num1 is divisible by num2. You know, num1 is divisible by num2. So I will divide, right? I mean, when you check divisible, its remainder will be 0, okay? When you divide something, right, the remainder will be 0. So I will show you now. Const divisible equal to function, and we have num1 comma num2, and so I can check. I mean, I can just return in one line, right? Return num1 mod num2, right? Like that. And their result is equal to 0 or not. Okay? So let's say 12 mod 3, remainder will be 0 here, right? So you get what? 0. This will be 0. And 0 equal to 0, that is true, right? So you will return that true. Okay. Next time, let's say in this case, 12 mod 5. So num1 12 mod 5, the remainder will be how much? 2, right? So 2 equal to 0, that will return. I mean, you will get like this. The result will be 2 equal to 0. That will be false. And that's why you're going to return false, because that's what you're returning, right? See? So that's how it works. I mean, it will give you the final answer. You have to think, what is the final answer? Are we getting the boolean or not? Yes, we are, right? So run this code and you will get true, false, true, false, true, false, like that. Go back, and then case changer. What is this case changer? Okay. So write a function case change that accepts a string as a string and a boolean as an argument. Okay, so I have a string here, right? And the second one is boolean. Now the function should return the uppercase version of the string if the boolean is true. Okay, if second argument is true, then I have to make this uppercase. If this is small, I have to make lowercase. See? So my answer will be basically string, making it small or is capital, right? Based on the boolean value. So let's do that. Let's work on that. Const case changer function equal to function, right? And here I have str and then the bool, right? Call it anything. Now, if bool, if true, right? Let's say if I get true, I have a true here, okay? So the bool is true here, then I will do what? I'm just gonna return, return my str uh, to to uppercase, like that. That's it. To uppercase is the built-in function, right? And if this is false, then I'll just put else, return str to lowercase. lowercase, right, like that. Return str to uppercase, return str to lowercase, right? Else if bool equal to return, so you get the idea, right? Let's run this code. Upper, let's say upper, not upper but super, right here, small super, and the tambourine, and the whatever, this one is small tambourine, right? You get this. So with, because I have a bool, it should work, right? Bool is already true or false, so that should be fine. In range, okay, in range, let's do that. So just copy this. So it's saying write a function in range, right? It has three value now, mean, max, and number, okay, n, right? All are three arguments are number, okay? Now if this n, the function should return a boolean indicating if this n is between this one and this one, between, right? 8 is, yes, is greater than 5 and smaller than 13, right? Inclusive, okay? The point here is inclusive, right? So let's find out this one. 100 is equal to inclusive 100, okay? Like it is same like 100, right? That is okay. That inclusive means even if they are same, that is okay, but must be in between, right? Start from 100, mean, until max, or in between, then true, okay? Make it true, right? So we have to write condition for that. Const in range function, and then we're gonna say three number, right? That is minimum, maximum number. This is just a variable, okay? And n, they are variable. And you will get 5 as mean, 13 as a max, and 8 is a number. So I will check if my number, this n, is greater than or equal to minimum. See, is that true? And, right, and I have to make both sides true then. And n is less than or equal to max. Look at that condition. So this n, let's check at here, 100, right? Let's do that. 100 is greater or equal to this 100, that mean true, right? This is true. And 100 is less than or equal to max, so it's less than max, that is also true, right? It's less than 125, that is true. So true and true, I will get true here, okay? This will result in true, that's why I will return true. Else, else just return, if that condition does not match, then you return false. Simple enough. Okay, so you can check true, false, like that. True, true, and false, right? Okay, so next, what is next? Average of 4, right? So that should be adding all and then divide by 4, right? So let's say const average of 4 equal to function, and the function is going to get num1 because we have 4 number, right? Comma num2, comma num3, comma num4, right? Num4, okay? And then we have to return the average, so you add all 4, num1 plus num2 plus num3 plus num4, right? And then you're going to divide by 4. So it should give you the average. Okay, you first you put in the bracket because you want to complete this task, this work first, right? And then only divide by 4. Okay, and then whatever the answer it should return. So let's run this code, and you have that answer 7.25, 13, 7, 5, 7, and 5, right? Good. Next. So we have few more. Let's finish it. 3 more, right? I think. Number change, right? Number change. What is this? So I'll read the question. Okay, if something difficult, I'll just read couple of times, right? And try to maybe solve in the paper first. Figure out the solution. Okay, how to solve, right? And then write the code. So write a function num changer that accepts number as an argument. The function should return half the number if it is even, right? Oh, okay. And the function should return double the number if it is odd. Okay, so that should be simple enough. Const number change, and that is a function, right? The function you will get what? Num, one argument. Okay, so I'll check if this num, right, mod 2 is equal to 0. Then if that is true, then I know that is even number, right? So what should I do when it is even? I'm saying return num times, in the even you have to make half, right? Okay, return half. Okay, and if that is not even, then else you don't have to check. If not even, then that will be odd, right? You know that there is only either even or odd, so just return the num as a double. Because if this one false, let's say 7, right? 7 mod 2, you will get one remainder, 1 equal to 0, that is false. So you will jump to the else part and you're going to return the double. Good. See, else I need to close the function here and run the code, and you get the answer, right? What else? Large.js. Let's work on that. So guys, you have to practice. Okay, please do that. It's just fun, right? If you really focus, you do the work, you should enjoy. Okay, and that's how you're gonna learn quickly. So const large, right? Larger equal to, I'm writing a function, and what I'm getting, right, 2 number as argument. The function should return the larger number. Okay, so I just have to find the greater one from here. The 2 number, I will call it num1, num2, right? And return, okay, I have to write condition if. Let's write if, right? If this number 1 is greater than number 2, then I know if that is true, right? I check number 1 is greater than num2. If true, then I will return what? Num1. Else, return num2, right? So let's run the code. Good. Okay, guys, just give me a second, right? All right, so continue with our last problem, right? Contents. We're gonna check that. So here, copy this. Write a function contains. It will receive 2 string as an argument. The function should return a boolean indicating whether or not the string 2 is contained within string 1. So pill is there inside this caterpillar. Pill, yeah, there is, right? So I'm going to return true. So let's solve this. Const contain, what is that, const the contents, right, equal to function, and I'm gonna getting two strings. I will call it str1, str2. So I will check. So there is a built-in function, okay, includes, right? I will show you now how it works. Okay, let's go back here. In the console, I can test. Okay, so I'm saying I'm gonna apple, right? Apple like that, and dot includes. Okay, see, and I will check. If I just put empty string, that is still, oh, okay, it's giving me true, right? Okay, I'm surprised. But just remember, if I put le, right, I get true. Okay, if I put maybe, let's say something not there, so I will put o, right, om, which is not there. Okay, then I get what? False. See, so I will just use includes function, and I'm gonna pass one value and check if some that value is inside this string or not. That's what I'm gonna do. So if, right, str1, I mean, it's just giving me true and false, right? Why not I just return it one time? Return str1 dot includes str2, like that. So this will result in the boolean like true and false. We checked already in the console, right? So that should be one line. If you want to write long way, then you have to, okay, let's check this first. Let's run the code and see true, true, false, 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 right? True, true, true. And I get false, false, false. But here is true also, right? Oh, okay. So it's saying what now, right? The function should ignore any difference in capitalization. Oh, okay. So that means I have to convert this one and this one to either upper or lower, right? And that's in that way I will ignore any difference in capitalization. So I can just, how to convert, right? Just do dot to maybe uppercase, like that, right? So this string will be converted to uppercase, and then in the uppercase I'm going to check includes this one, but I also make this uppercase, right? Or you can make both maybe lowercase. That should be fine, and run again, right? And see, now you have this 3 true and 2 false, right? Good. If you want to write long way, then it should be something like this. If string 1 dot 2 uppercase, like that, that includes, right, string 2, the logic is same. Okay, dot 2 uppercase. If that's true, right, then you're gonna return true, just a long way, right? Else you return false, else you return false. But because retu, because I'm getting all in one line, right, I'm getting the boolean here itself, then I don't have to check. Sometimes when you don't get boolean but you have to return boolean, in that case you can use if else, and then you make a boolean to return. But if you know your answer is boolean, or the expression will give you boolean, just return that in one line. That is good enough, right? So let's run this again. So it works. See, both way work, right? So I will prefer, you guys you understand both way, okay, but you can use this, right? We have good. So thank you very much. Tomorrow, right, tomorrow we're gonna work on the HTML CSS project. Tomorrow is Friday. Okay, so that is all. You guys can finish up to functions, and you can continue. If you can, right. Let's go back here. If you want to practice more, go back to JS. Now loops, right? Loops, and you can find the video also here, right? So just, just practice. There is a video already, okay? If you have time, you want to work on, right? That would be better. Or you want to just do the revision, or you want to practice HTML, CSS. You decide. You are the one who decide, right? Okay, thank you very much. Let me stop here.